Hooray for Hollywood. Hooray for Hollywood.
Hollywood has set the standard of entertainment for decades. And for a long time, that standard was a true reflection of American values. But today, many movies are not designed to entertain, but indoctrinate. Now, there is a new breed of independent producers who are challenging the status quo and making movies that entertain and inspire.
How many times have we heard conservatives complain that the media and entertainment industries are controlled by liberals? There is one organization that is working to change all that, by training young conservatives to be hands-on in every aspect of video production, from development to distribution. Renaissance Women Productions has produced award-winning documentaries, TV shows, commercials, and educational videos. Their first production was over 10 years ago when the founder and chairman of Renaissance Foundation, Nina May, produced and hosted the TV show An American Renaissance. They were also producing daily radio commentaries and other mini-documentaries that took them around the world. All of these projects have been produced in whole or in part by the interns who have gone through the media training program of Renaissance Foundation.
I was a fashion major before I started the internship last summer, so I didn't know anything about TV production, and within a week at the internship I was already producing a TV show. The motto with the interns is, here you hold the camera and make me talk, because Nina makes sure that we learn every aspect of what it takes to produce a television show or a film, whether it's being in front of the camera or operating the camera, editing, writing scripts, narrating, whatever you have to do to make it happen.
So many people are more outspoken about their views. I think more and more women are saying, I've had enough, I want my voice heard now.
My first experience actually was when I was still in high school, and Renaissance Women Productions filmed a play that we were doing called The Importance of Being Earnest. And it was really my first experience with film and getting to see all the work that went into it and then the finished product.
Good afternoon, Lane.
Yes, sir. Mr. Ernest Worthing.
My dear Ernest, what brings you up to town?
Oh, pleasure, pleasure. What else should bring one anywhere? Eating as usual, I see, Algie.
I believe it is customary in good society for one to take some slight refreshment at 5 o'clock. Where have you been since last Thursday?
Not only are we filming now, but we're producing and editing and doing soundtracks, intros for television shows, commercials, everything from documentaries to feature-length films. It's a really great educational tool, and there are skills that kids pay tens of thousands of dollars at universities to get.
I'm currently a student at Full Sail University where I'm studying film, and I got my start with Renaissance Women Productions and my mom.
George Washington. Now let's learn more about the plantation by visiting some of the outbuildings. Follow me. I'm Thomas, and I work here in the shoe shop with my father. We make all sorts of things out of leather, like shoes, belts, saddles, and all sorts of things.
Beautiful places, and this is my fine carriage house where we keep my top stallions and my beautiful Bentley-made carriage dating back to the 15th century. And
I actually started making films really when I was really young, and with my parents was able to travel the world and film various causes in the Amazon, in Mongolia, and in Algeria.
There is nothing more important than freedom and than independence, and to live in your land with or your family.
They basically have a foreign nation in their land that they don't want there anymore. They've declared their independence, and they've kind of bought into the system of the UN, and they're trusting in the UN to do something, and the UN isn't doing anything about it. There's no guarantee that they're going to continue to trust the UN. Malud was saying last night, everything's on the table, everything's an option. They just want their country back.
I think the internship program is a great way for any young conservative to have a true impact on the culture.
Have you learned anything in school about Reagan?
From my history classes, we've only briefly touched over him, but I've mostly learned the stuff that I know about him through books or videos, DVDs.
Renaissance Women Productions gives internship scholarships to anyone from young conservatives wanting to break into the film industry to someone who just wants to learn how to make videos so it will enhance their marketability when they graduate from college.
I'm a student at Virginia Tech and I'm a marketing major, so working with Nina May, working on film and video is really going to help me once I get out of college. I've been able to get opportunities to work behind the camera and with the editing, and I've been able to work on lots of different projects varying from commercials to graduations and documentaries and things like that. I've learned a lot of things with editing and film work that I'm probably going to be able to use in the future. And I'm really happy that I've gotten this opportunity and really I've learned a lot. I know that I'm going to use some of these things when I go out there into the real world, and it's going to be really, really helpful. I really appreciate the opportunity.
When we first started Renaissance Women Foundation back in 1983, we knew that it was really important to not only teach our members different things, because that's the whole concept of being a Renaissance woman, but we really knew that it was important to be involved with the media. So we started a magazine called Renaissance. And then after Renaissance, a few years later, we did another magazine called Paradigm 2000. And with this one, it was a little bit more in-depth, a lot of issues that we'd never covered before. And then a few years later, we started the Renaissance TV show, American Renaissance. And at the time that we were doing it, we didn't know anything about editing, we didn't really know anything about production, but there was a real frustration level because we knew what we were looking for, we knew what we wanted to do, so as a result of that, we taught ourselves how to do video editing and production, thus Renaissance women, right? But at the same time, we didn't have enough people doing it, so we started getting interns and some of our young Renaissance women. We started teaching them how to do, video production, and then the next thing you know, we're doing documentaries and commercials and things. So a few years ago, when we produced our award-winning documentary, Emancipation, Revelation, Revolution, we realized that we were on such a shoestring budget that we needed to bring in new help. We needed to train them quickly to do production work. And that's when we started the Renaissance Women Production Internship Program. And it was amazing how people just took to the projects that we were doing. People that had never worked in production before, people that had never done editing, they'd never been in front of the camera, they'd never been behind the camera. But when they were doing real hands-on products and seeing the result of the hard work that they were doing, they're going, oh my gosh, we can do this. And so a lot of people who have come through the internship program are now working as professionals in the field of production, whether it's editing, producing, acting, directing, and it's really pretty amazing to see what we've done with just a shoestring budget and the little bit of knowledge that we pretty much gained ourselves and then have passed on. And now that we have done TV shows and documentaries and award-winning documentaries and shorts and commercials and educational programs, informational programs, but since all of our interns have learned all of this, they can literally start at a high position at the ground level on a full-length motion picture film. There's so many other kids out there that want to learn the profession and get involved on so many different levels, and so we would love it if people would contribute to Renaissance Women Foundation. It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization. All contributions are totally tax deductible. They can reach us at ninamay9@mac.com or call us at 240-403-4064. And we just really hope that people get involved to continue this wonderful program that truly is impacting the culture.
Action!
I didn't see you there.
You're good whenever you're ready.
Okay.
I'm supposed to start.
Am I going?
You only looking there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm currently a student at Full Sit. Hold on. Let me start over.
Well, actually, my first experience with Renaissance.
But I got my start with Renaissance.
Yeah. Wait, I was looking at you.
The Renaissance Women. Wait, what was it again?
All right. I've been working with. I don't know. I can't do this smoothly.
Doing soundtracks, but I'm sure I don't know what I'm saying next.
I can get this all. It's not that long. The Renaissance Women Productions. The Renaissance Women. The Renaissance Women Productions. Darn it.
I actually hit.
standard, because every time you move, you're in the way of his...
Hey, can I call you back?
My school's, I say too many times.
Hold on.
Okay.
God, I'm so bad at this.
I'll probably rephrase that.
It's something about the internship program.
How am I supposed to end that again?
That's not funny.
We'll be covering this up now, B-roll, but I love it.
That's I'm eager.
That was good.
Internship.
Did you want to try being an intern here with Nina?
I'm really going to be able to make sure that everything works out the way I want it to in the future.
No, that's great.
It's a great way to start.